Hello everybody and welcome back to multiplayer. So I've just jumped into the fence. I'm going to attach to this big seed drill, which is a direct drill, and we're going to go and very quickly put a new crop into the field just up here, which was the sugarcane field. We harvested it in the previous episode and it was kind of painful. We had traction issues and it's just a slow crop to harvest anyway. Always better to do it on level rectangular fields or square fields. So yeah, let's chew the crop. Let's go for rye. So yeah, I just want to really get this done quickly so that we can move on. Now there is a cereal crop field over there which has been harvested, but there's bales to pick up. I think actually Chainsaw might be doing that to begin with. It is surprising, this field. It doesn't look very steep, but actually even this setup is struggling. Now I appreciate everybody who voted in the previous episode. I did actually run a vote which basically asked how many episodes you'd like to see on Oak Hill, and it was a very close result. In fact, so close that it wasn't really definitive. There was a winner, obviously, which was 20 episodes, but 15, I think it was, came extremely close behind. So I'm probably going to do another vote at some point, but if I don't, then I think the way I'll do it is I will just finish at some point between 15 and 20. Because the thing is, as much as I love this map, I would also like to try out some other maps as well. There's actually a lot out at the moment, and I don't know how long it's going to be until the next game is released. It's going to be at least November at a guess, but every series lasts for some time. For example, the previous competitive multiplayer series that we did, I think we started that in September and it concluded in, when was it? February or March? So it's pretty long, and I do want to do another competitive multiplayer series before we move on to 22. So yeah, I don't know. It might be 20 episodes, it might be 15, or it might be in between. Usually I always get to the stage where we feel like we've got to a natural point to move on from, which obviously isn't yet. Okay, so yeah, we can get this done. This is going to take no more than a minute in a time lapse, probably 30 seconds, and I'm really looking to do some more work with the cows. Maybe even some more straw pellet work or grass pellet work. In fact, that field down there, which we still haven't bought, I think we can just about afford it. So we might be able to buy that, and then we can create some hay pellets, and then maybe even do some pelletizing. Because the way that I tend to do this now is we just automatically acquire the pelleting building, unless it is of course competitive multiplayer, in which case that'd be cheating. So yeah, we can do some pelletizing. That's not something you see every day. Just deleting the crop and replacing it. Right, so we've got a tiny bit left to do. You might have noticed we ran out of fertilizer. The reason why I didn't refill is because we have a fertilizer spreader right there. We might as well just get the Massey Ferguson attached to that spreader and then come back into the field and give it a good application. But there we go, yep, the rye crop is in the ground, and that will probably be ready in a few episodes' time. It is very useful having the very wide machinery, very large. I think this Fendt tractor is rented, if I'm not mistaken. I think we own the drill. Okay. Yeah, so really quickly into the 54-55, which I would love to modify. Put some beacons on, put the extended fenders on. It would look good. And yes, I know this is quite a small tractor for this spreader, but I think we'll be okay. Especially downhill. If we're not okay, then yeah, we'll just do everything downhill. Ah, it's empty. Right. So in that case, we're going to have to go to the store anyway, unless of course there is a fill point. I'm not too sure. I don't think there is, but I might be wrong. At a guess, I'd say if there's nothing around the corner, then there isn't anything at this farm. Nope. Oh, actually, what is that? Is that for fertilizer? Or is it just for decoration? Yeah, doesn't seem to do anything. So we'll just go and get a pallet, we'll put it into here. I think a few pallets will be enough. Is anybody else really excited about 22 though? I am intrigued by it. I really can't wait to find out more, especially the crop types and new features. Okay, so gone for 3. It's probably going to be a fairly safe option. That'll be 3,000 litres, which is about 15% of this. Maybe 4. Just don't want to be coming back again. And we're off. Right, so yeah, 21%, 4,000 litres. Let's go. Yeah, so with it only being half the field, it's even better. With this configuration, we have such a good working width. Talking about 22, I think it would also be very interesting to see exactly what they decide to do with used machinery. Are they going to put used machinery in? Will you be able to buy it used? Or is it going to be the same situation where you can only buy new? Obviously it's all speculation at the moment, nobody actually knows except for Giants. But yeah, it's interesting to discuss it and try and guess what's going to be in the game. By the look of it, 1 bag would have been enough. 1 bag of fertilizer. Okay, so when we head back down again, obviously that's going to complete the field. We'll then put this back where it came from, and then we're going to look into buying that new piece of land. If you are interested in getting this tractor, then you can find it on ModHub. Okay, there we go. Right, so yeah, I got it from next to the shed. It can go back to its original position next to the shed. There we go. And I know I would love to keep using this tractor, but if I do, somebody's going to say, can you stop using the same tractor continuously? So yeah, I might use it again later, but for now we'll leave it there. There is chainsaw, and let's just take a look here. Yeah, so it is a block of land, which is why it's expensive to do. It's 150,000. I think chainsaw, or maybe it was me that spent the money on the fertilizer. But yes, here we go. It's going to be tough to buy unless we sell something. We could actually work in for number 106 and 108. But I think, yeah, I'd prefer to replace them. It still isn't going to give us enough money. It almost will do. Very, very close. Right. So what could we sell? We could probably sell something in the garage which we don't need. What do we have that we don't use? Not much. We pretty much use everything here. Well, the cows have produced some milk, which we could sell. But then we're going to have to buy something to transport the milk in. So, yeah, the chance of turning a profit there is going to be slim. Let's just see here. Now we can transport the milk in the milk tankers. They're £25,000. So, yeah, looks like we can't buy the piece of land now. I've just discovered that field number 32, which is a canola field, is ready to harvest, so that won't take long to do. Let's head up there. I'm hoping we can get up there without the trailer. There's chainsaw doing a bit of subsoiling, which acts as ploughing. Yeah, so it's just that field. All we have to do is just go and quickly harvest it. It's all going to fit into one combine load, and then we can put it into a trailer and take it to a sell point. And that will enable us to have enough money to buy the new block of land, as long as we sell the other piece. Okay, here goes. As for straw, I don't think we have straw May. No, we don't. But that is fine, we don't need it. I think we'll have straw May again when we do competitive. What does everybody think about competitive multiplayer? Do you like it? Is it the kind of let's play you'd want to see again? Okay, let's just go first person view. It says beans on there. I don't know what it says behind it though, or before it. It looks like it says E-beans or L-E beans. I really don't know. Or le beans. Learning a bit of French there. Anyway, whatever we're harvesting, obviously canola, the combine can just keep thinking that we're harvesting beans. There's probably a perfectly reasonable explanation for it. Are edible beans? It says edible. I have confused the combine harvester. Just a nice, quick, easy field to do. Combine's only just over 50%, but that is still 5,200 litres, and it's still increasing. Just need to go back down there to get a tiny bit. And the piece that I just missed. Right, so what's it going to be? About 5,500 litres in total. Well, that's not going to be too bad, because canola is worth quite a bit. We'll just have to choose the best sell point. But yeah, it's been too long. I want to buy that plot of land. I think that's something which is interesting about Farming Simulator actually. It's something which you'd want to be able to turn on and off, a feature where you can not buy any piece of land that you want. It has to come up for sale. Now, sometimes you would want to just have free access, that's fine, that'd have to be an option. But if you can have sort of realistic land sales, so maybe only one or two pieces of land is for sale at a time, then that would be quite interesting. Again, that's going back to the realistic side of things. So yeah, we finish up with 5,426 litres. Now we actually do still have the John Deere tracked tractor and 2 pelleting machines. So yes, obviously if we're not going to be using them, we need to return them before midnight, otherwise we're going to be charged another daily fee. But if we are going to be using them, then they can just stay where they are currently. I think we'll cut this grass field in a minute with the intention of making hay pellets, and then it would be really nice to do some palletizing as well. The palletizing is quite a big job. It's quite slow. Okay, so South Grain is the best place currently That's just down the road. Nice and easy. Yeah, not much in the trailer. This corn crop is looking really good. We should be able to harvest that soon. I think I did mention this in the previous episode. It's going to be done with a forage harvester, most likely. Unless, of course, we want to have a bit of corn. But yeah, I think it is most likely going to be fermented. I don't think I've been here before, despite it being so close. I've always gone to the one much further down the road. Right, so let's get that money topped up. £13,216. So if I now go into here, I suppose really the best thing would have been to cut these two fields first, but we took advantage of a fully grown crop when we initially bought them. Yeah, so we can buy that. So we now own for number 116, 73 and 74. And that's a much better deal. 2 arable crops. The downside, of course, is we're down to £9,559. But anyway, yes, we can now say that we are proud owners of that piece of grass which I've always wanted. And if you're not sure about the piece of grass I'm talking about, it is this piece just through here on the left hand side. It will become much more apparent in a second. It's like a triangle shape, there we go. It just looks nice, and it's actually quite surprising that it wasn't included with the farm. Very nice. So we need to get a mower. Ooh, a plane. I suppose that's going to be the next issue. Do we have a mower? Need to look into it. I think we might have used the Big M before, which we probably don't have anymore. Oh, we've got these. Nice. So, yeah. It's a mower conditioner. This means the mown grass is immediately dry. That is good. So I think the best tractors are going to be either the JCB or the this one, the Stayer. This needs taking back anyway, so let's take it back and then we can get the mowers attached and we can start mowing. I look forward to it. And then yeah, the pelletizers can start work straight away, providing it's rowed up, which it probably isn't, so we're going to have to, well, we'll have to see. Maybe it will be. If it isn't, we'll just have to get a windrower. Okay, so let's get that started up. Right, so that's not dried grass. This is just mown normally, so we're going to have to ted it. But we know how to do the tedding now. We just have to ted it, and then we have to switch off the tedder, start it up again, and then we can ted it again. And that will do the 2 drying stages. Then we just row it up and we can pelletize it, or we can bale it, but we're not going to bale it, I don't think. Yeah, I think pelleting is going to be more fun, especially as we have the 2 pelleting machines ready to go. But it is surprising that it's taken this long to mow this field. I would have thought I'd have been doing this a few episodes back, but the time has come. And yeah, it's not that special of a field, it just looks good. I just like this field. There's Chainsaw. Looks like he's been doing some planting, putting some new crops in. So yeah, I think probably if he's just finished, then starting to do the tedding very soon would be a good idea. It's not even a very big field, so it's not going to take long to cut. And the tedding sounds like a good job for the Massey Ferguson. Yeah. I also want to get the drop nose version, which is the older design, 5400 series rather than the 5700 series. I still haven't used it. Okay, so yeah, let's get this done. And chainsaw might start up in a minute. He might start the tedding. We will see. Okay, just finishing off. So as Chainsaw pointed out, it would be good to make some more silage for the cows. And as I said, this field is going to be hay pellets. So I think probably it'd make more sense anyway. 88, that is a grass field. That would be a good field to do for grass silage because it's right next to the silage pits. So yeah, that can be done. And also I think although the cows look like they need it, do they really? Because they take so much. Yeah, well, it's showing such a high figure. Like, it's showing red, but because the capacity is so high, they probably don't really need it for a while. Anyway, there we go. Yep, we're done. Get that folded up, and it just needs to be tedded twice, and it can be rowed up, and it can be pelleted. But I'm pleased that this field has now been cut. I'm pleased that we own it. It's a shame we don't have two tedders because I could just follow. Well, we can have the windrower following this tedder. We'll start making our way over to the field with this as well, even though it's not ready yet. But yeah, I'm quite surprised by this tractor. It was struggling. I think we had the fence on the other one, and that was doing okay. But this tractor, you can see it. Oh, it is switched on, but you can see how it's struggling to pull it. It's a beast of a tractor. But it is nice to have the PTO, because we had, well, I was looking at that New Holland tractor, and yeah, actually a lot of those bigger sort of USA style tractors, and they don't have the PTO. I suppose it's because they tow everything on the drawbar. But just to give an example, this tractor here, no PTO, no PTO. I think, yeah, all they're really used for is pulling large drills or cultivators on the drawbar, and that's also why there's no 3-point linkage. It's just all done off that. So, yeah, we're here. As I said, that's going to have to wait a while, but the first tedding session is almost completed. And there we go, on to the second tedding session. So as soon as we have enough to actually row up, I will start rowing. You see the difference? Right, so I don't think the John Deere is going to be a good tractor to use for that. Probably the JCB, which is up here. Just take it off there, because that's possibly going to be needed in the canola field. Right. So, yeah, I think, well, pelleting will take a little while, but this job overall shouldn't take too long. It really comes down to the speed that the tractor can power that thing uphill at, because it's not, well, we'll see. I know it was going quite slow before. Fine downhill, no issues at all. Once chainsaw is on lap 2, we can begin. Yeah, just wondering if that is still wider. Well, we'll soon find out. Nope. Yeah, that's good. I'll try and get right to the edges so we can make sure we don't lose anything. Need to make the most of it. And yeah, as for the palletizing haul, I really don't know. As I said, we probably won't pay for it, but we need to have a place to actually put it. It has to be level ground, ideally. So these might be sold, they might be given to the cows, if that's possible. I think it might be. We would just have to decide. Anyway, yeah, so there we go. We are covering the ground nicely. Chainsaw is going to be done fairly soon. When he is done, I'm guessing he's going to move straight on to running the Pelletizer. But it might be worth swapping tractors with the one he currently has. Yeah, so I'm going to use the John Deere. You probably saw I advised Chainsaw to use the fence, because when we were neck and neck last time, we were both going up the same hill, and the John Deere was going way slower. So it just seems to struggle much more. But I'm still going to use the John Deere so that we can both go at the same time. You can see the fence is struggling. Maybe if we just go downhill all the time. Climb the hill again with it off. Oh no, what's happened here? That's weird. Anyway, yes, we'll get the trailer in preparation. Ah, it's the good old Massey Ferguson again. I think we'll probably just park this somewhere in the middle of the field. About here should do. And then we can tab over to here and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to guess no more than 4 miles per hour on the steepest part, maybe even 2 or 3 miles per hour. We will see. I think it is supposed to be able to do 6. So on the level ground, no issues at all. But you wouldn't expect an issue. It's a big tractor. We're down to 5, 4. As I said, I'm guessing 2 or 3. There's 3. I think probably just go downhill. Otherwise it's going to take so long. Ah, there's 2. Oh, please not 1. 1 is too slow. Oh, look at that. It's fluctuating between 1 and 2. Not 0, I hope. Okay. Let's just see what speed we can climb the hill at with it switched off. Much faster. 8. Yes, I'm just going to do it downhill. It's gradually picking up speed. Okay. Let's try again. This time it's going to be at least 6. It might even get to 7. It will be interesting to see what the Fent was doing that at. Did it get down to 2? Or 1? Because, yeah, I think We hit 1, it was sort of fluctuating, but it did show 1. Anyway, that's good. 6 is the speed it should be working at. Well, this is it, the final bit. It has been a struggle for both tractors. These things, we need about 600 horsepower, but it is done once we've completed this. Come on, you can do it. Okay. Right, so yeah, I don't know if it's all going to fit into the trailer. I really don't know what to do with it, so I'm not going to do anything with the trailer. If Chainsaw does something with it, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll wait until the next episode and decide between this episode and the next one. Looks like it will fit. Yeah, no problem at all. So there we go. We have produced hay pellets. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.